Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2024 and another part of the Lotus Road to Glory career mode. Today we are back with the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. Of course, last time out we had an incredible race at Belgium. We've also got the summer break to work our way through today, meaning that we've got a fairly long list of priorities today to make sure that we make the most of it. Leave a like if you're enjoying the series so far, and of course subscribe if you haven't already for daily sports and retro gaming content. We haven't missed a day of F1 Manager so far since its release, so long may that continue. And yeah, let's get ourselves immersed into the action then. So first things first, we need to install some replacements. I'm assuming there's going to be more of them coming, so we're gonna make sure that we've got probably another 4 of them, I would say, coming soon. What else do we need? Need a suspension. We have got one of them left, that's fine. Job number 1 today is to get some car development off and running. Our research, we've obviously got an underflow coming. We need to make sure that all of the parts get researched. We're about to come into some good money. We've obviously got the sponsor plan coming up, and then after that we've got the end of the month where we usually get about 7 million. So yeah, looking forward to that. Just going to put in a couple of different things in there, just to make sure that we're all good. And let's push on then to the end of the month. And once we've got all of our money, then we will be able to put in those designs, and fingers crossed all of that will be good. So we've got 5.6 million to spend. Jack doing, not really doing a lot, but Antonelli is developing very nicely though, which is good to see. Okay, right, so car 2 should be okay. We should be able to install that replacement. That's good. Let's get into our car parts development then and look at research for next year. So we have got one front wing already looked at. Yeah, I think we should do the £1 million ones for now. Yeah, that looks good. Definitely want to improve the drag reduction. 65% on all of these things. It's not great for us. I'm going to put 3 people on that. I'm going to edit this one. Might as well just have 1 person on that now. That'll be done in 5 days. Side pods. Yep, that looks good. Bit of drag reduction in there. Not so bothered about the cooling, so let's do a big focus on drag reduction. And we'll put 2 people on that one. And then we, oops, don't want to design, we want to research, and we'll do a chassis. Put 1.2. Whoops. Put 16 on that. And then, again, I think we want to put a high focus on the drag reduction and DRS delta. That's going to work out quite nicely, I think. Okay. So yeah, we can put 3 on that one for now. We'll also put 3 on this one. And then we'll get that sorted out very, very shortly. So we need to keep 1.8 million in the bank. ready to go. Let's have a little look at our warehouse. Chassis-wise, we've got 3 of those chassis. We've got 4 front wings. We're going to have a decent number of rear wings. We've got some more side pods coming. Underfloor. Not sure about underfloor yet. And suspension is okay, but we've not got any manufacturing capacity. So we've got some chassis coming, some rear wings coming, and some side pods coming. That's all good. We'll let that take its course. Okay, so that's job 1 off and running then. We've got some research coming in. Obviously, we're going to do one more research, and that's going to be on the rear wing. That's all fine. And then it's the 22nd of August when we come into the Dutch Grand Prix. That all looks good. Right, let's have a look at our plan for the month. And to be fair, a balanced approach is looking decent out there. Yeah, I'm thinking let's try and push it a little bit more, maybe. Maybe focus on the car release, yep. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. And then weary on race day. Yeah, that looks fine. You know, a couple of thousandths or hundredths of a second taken off it, but importantly, it's improving our abilities, which I think is what we want to do, so that looks pretty good to me. Right, let's push on then. Okay, so manufacturing is going to be complete pretty soon. We've got some research complete as well, which is good. Okay, Abby Pulling wants a different contract. That's fine by me. So we want to start expanding our affiliate program. Okay, so underfloor research complete now. That will allow us to do the rear wing. Put the rest of our ATR stuff into that. Yeah. And we probably want a good balanced diet on all of this. We'll focus a little bit on drag reduction just to get that acceleration up a little bit. That's fine. Perfect. Right, we are going to take one engineer off that. One engineer off that. Add 2 to that one. That looks good. Bit more balanced now. And let's just double check everything we're happy with. So, yeah, contracts are looking good. Yeah, nice. Staff-wise, we have them in for a decent number of years now. Scouting team, still can't do anything with that. And our next priority is to try and get some of these done if we can. We obviously did the wind tunnel, but pretty much out of money at this stage. So yeah, just need to keep an eye on that. Obviously still gonna probably need some new parts at some point in the near future. Okay, so there you go. Rear wing completed now. So I've got 5 of them. Probably have enough money to get another... what do we want? So we've got 2 underfloors and 2 suspensions. Which one takes less time? I think they're both 8 days, but I think suspensions cost less. So I'm going to go for 2 of them. And then we'll do an underfloor. And that'll pretty much take the rest of our money, I would imagine. Yeah, chassis completed now. So let's head to our warehouse. Underfloor, yeah. Manufacture. Oh, we're just short of money. That's a shame. Okay, that's fine. We'll just have to do that after the next race. So we've got 4 chassis. Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's anything else we're worth using the manufacturing time for. So we could do a front wing. Side pods we're already in the process of. Suspension I've just done. What about chassis? Yeah, chassis is an expensive one. I think let's get a front wing going here. Get an extra front wing in the bag. Try and use up all of our time as efficiently as possible. Ah, we've just been given some more money. That's typical, isn't it? That is typical. I don't know where that money came from, to be perfectly honest with you. I think we can probably afford another front wing, so might as well. Side pods are done. Good. So now we're pretty well stocked in terms of our car parts. We'd like to get the underfloor sorted out. We don't have enough money to do that just yet. But we will soon as we've got it all through. Just checking both cars are up to standard. I think they probably are. Yeah, looking really good actually. Quite happy with that. Right, quick look at car analysis then. And the acceleration isn't great. But I think other parts of the car are pretty good. Ferrari are looking good at this stage. McLaren looking good. Red Bull not quite as dominant as they were. I'll tell you what, Mercedes have really improved recently. Alpine are still shocking. Williams are. Haas are improving in certain areas. RB not in a great place. Sauber are okay. Aston Martin have really dropped off, particularly high-speed corners. They're going to struggle on high-speed circuits, but yeah, both of our drivers certainly seem to be in a good place, which is good to see. More manufacturing done. We'll have to have a little look at the staff survey as well, just to see where we're up to. The facility refurbishment for the wind tunnel is going to be complete as well. So I think it's been a very productive summer break. And there you go, Abby Pulling has confirmed, but yeah, it's got a big break clause, so we can't do that, unfortunately. So she'll just lose patience with us. Don't really know why Kimi Antonelli is very unhappy. James Allison's not very happy either. Jack Doohan's not happy. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know what's up with Kimi. Let's have a little look. What's his issues? So he's not happy with his contract bonuses, performance versus teammate, or the personal driver standings. And car performance he's not happy with, but there's not really a lot we can do. We're trying to build towards next season, and surely he's got to accept that that is our priority at this point. But that's all looking good. I think we're in a great position here, so let's get into it. They want us to finish 17th with Danny Rick and 16th with Kimi Antonelli. It seems a bit low, to be honest with you, but we'll take it and we'll move ourselves into the Grand Prix.
Hello, and a very warm welcome as we prepare for the Dutch Grand Prix. We're back from the summer break with topped-up tans. Vacation, though, is now over, and it's time to get serious on the track for the second half of the F1 season.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors table right now. And 15 rounds in, the teams are still fighting hard for every last point.
What will happen this weekend? Only time will tell.
Right then, let's get ourselves into a practice, and it's another rainy qualifying coming up.
Our weekend continues with qualifying as the drivers fight it out for a strong grid position.
Good overtaking spots at Zandvoort are few and far between, so there's a lot of pressure to get qualifying just right. Drivers will be hoping for good downforce from their car setup to keep them on the track through the long sweeping corners.
As far as Carlos Sainz is concerned, Karun, how do you think he's doing?
Looking at the lap times, we saw a real lack of pace from them in practice. They never looked quite comfortable with the setup, and they'll need to try something new for qualifying if they want to get past Q1.
So get yourselves comfortable, it's going to be quite the ride.
Right then, here we are ready for qualifying, and decent setup satisfaction for both drivers. Got to be quite happy with that, in all honesty. So yeah, reasonably happy with the goings on there. It is going to be intermediate tyres in qualifying 1 at the very least. Obviously need to make sure that they've got the freshest parts possible in there. But yeah, it's gone well. We actually put Jack Doohan in for Daniel Ricciardo in FP1, and it was a decent showing from Jack Doohan. He's probably not going to get near the team. Obviously, it's probably going to be a bit of a shootout between him and Daniel next season, as Daniel's in the last year of his contract. But we've got no real reason to think that Daniel Ricciardo is going to drop off. You know, he's been absolutely outstanding this season, and probably driver of the season, really, other than the obvious Max Verstappen. You know, he's done an awesome job. I mean, Hülkenberg and Albon have done great for Mercedes as well. But, well, look at that. I mean, that middle sector there from Antonelli, a little bit quicker just because Ricciardo was held up a little bit. But here we go with Daniel Ricciardo. He heads up to the line. It's going to be in the 16s, but both drivers in the 16 7s. And Antonelli just that little bit quicker. We'll see how this session develops. We are ahead of a fair few drivers out there. And Hulkenberg's managed to go quickest there. Yeah, 3rd and 4th for Mercedes right now. I do think that the track is possibly getting a little drier out there. Maybe a second run is going to be needed here, but we're going to leave that until the last possible moment. And that moment's going to be now. Try and get some good, clear track out there. So Daniel Ricciardo heads off on his flying lap. Really important now that he manages to put in a good quality time here. It is green in that first sector, 26.3. Plays a 26.4, but look at this. He is right behind that Ferrari. That's not going to help. And he has had to back out of it. So Ricciardo could be in a little bit of trouble here. Although, looking at the timings, I think he's going to be fine. But we'll let the laps play out. Antonelli and Ricciardo both failed to improve. But the big shock is that Zhou Guanyu is out in qualifying 1. Along with Liam Lawson, Lance Stroll. Logan Sargent is out. The 2 Saubers are out as well, meaning both Williams make it through. But, yeah, unfashionably slow in that session there. I think we can do a hell of a lot better than that, but just got to get clean laps in. Alright, this time we definitely want to wait until the end of the session. And you can see nobody's going out there.
That should be the green light.
Well, Sonoda's going out to get a banker time in, and I can only assume that's what Russell's doing as well, but most of us are waiting until that rain starts to ease off a little bit. Most people heading out now. Seems a bit premature to me. I suppose you want to get your banker times in. Now Verstappen, he's going to be slowest of everybody. Hamilton's locked up as well. So there's 2 guys massively out of position there. Don't really want to send them out when there's going to be traffic, so we're going to send them now and hope for the best here. Well, looks like a lot of people are just not bothering with the second lap. This is very interesting. Verstappen is one of those. So Verstappen, championship leader, home race, he is going to be out of qualifying. I've no idea why he's not going back out. Hamilton obviously did, got up to second. There's a bit of traffic up ahead, or no, that's Antonelli actually. It's just Ricciardo's going quicker than him. Although, actually, looking at that, no he isn't. Not too much anyway. Here comes Antonelli over the line. Where's he going to pop up into? Oh, he goes 3rd, and Ricciardo over the line, he goes 3rd. So they're comfortably through, and well, Norris is out, Hulkenberg's out, and Max Verstappen, that's the big one, he is out. In 15th place. Wow. Well, look at this top 10. I mean, there's not too many shocks in there, but again, another opportunity for us, you would have to say, to get a very strong grid position, just like in Belgium. And once again, wait until the end is going to be your
Okay, should be green.
best bet. Hamilton's going out there now, trying to get a lap in early. Bit of a banker time. And you can see why, you know, he's got pace out there, Lewis, today. Leclerc goes quickest, and you can see already the impact that the drier track is having. Right. So I think now is the time to head out. It's not going to be the track at its absolute best. driest, but
Okay, on traffic.
it's a lot drier than what some of the guys out there have had to put up with. So, we'll ride on board with Daniel Ricciardo. 16.5 from Lewis Hamilton is the quickest time out there so far. Alonso in second, just. Ricciardo 26.7, 26.9 there for Antonelli, and yeah, it is a bit slow, this. But we're doing alright in Sector 2. 26.8 plays at 27.0. Lots of them have already come over the line. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo. Anything in the 16s would be amazing. And it's not fantastic. It's only 7th, and Antonelli is only 10th. So that's a bit of a missed opportunity, you would have to say. 7th and 10th is not ideal, but we didn't time that one the best. And it's Lewis Hamilton on pole position.
It's a tremendous atmosphere once again here in Zandvoort, with 72 laps awaiting the drivers here today.
Zandvoort's highly banked corners make it one of the more unusual Grand Prix circuits. Dutch driver Max Verstappen won with a dominant lead here in 2021, driving the home fans to a frenzy as he did.
There's never a dull moment at Circuit Zandvoort. It's fast, very fast, with long straights and wide curves. But it also features 2 heavy banked corners, where aerodynamic improvements are sure to help our drivers. The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
Right then. Quite a interesting setup, of course. We've got plenty of tyres once again. Let's have a look at this. So medium, soft, soft does seem to be an option. I quite like the soft, medium, soft there for Daniel. Now, Kimi Antonelli. An extra pit stop. It's not ideal. We're going to give him that opportunity to have that extra pit stop and be uber aggressive out there. That's the plan anyway. Let's see if we can pull it off and get another double points finish. That would be amazing. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. A short moment of time to themselves to focus on the race ahead.
Starting P10 puts them in the right place to get some points, but there's still a lot to do.
And it looks like we're good to go. The drivers are ready, and the crowds are waiting. It's the Dutch Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
Well, lights out, away we go then, here in Zandvoort.
Okay.
And let's hop on board with Daniel Ricciardo, who's already having a look at George Russell into turn 1. Didn't quite manage it. Here's Antonelli. He's had a look at Ocon. He's got Bottas right ahead of him as well. These two have had a ding-dong battle over the last few races, haven't they? It would be great if Antonelli could get past Bottas sooner rather than later here. Now, Max Verstappen down in 16th. How long will it take him to find his way back into the points? That's going to be a big one for us because he's somebody that we'd like to try and keep behind here. But Lewis Hamilton leads after the first lap of this Grand Prix. He's managed to almost break the 1 second window, and that's 2 awesome moves there. Daniel Ricciardo down the inside of Russell, and Antonelli round the outside of Bottas there. And now a real chance to keep pushing on. keep pressing hard on these tyres. Albon's the next car for Daniel Ricciardo, but I think George Russell is going to be a bit of an issue here. But yeah, we're through, which is good. Have managed to catch up to Albon as well, which is very good. And Bottas has got past Antonelli, so yeah, really tough to see us really competing near the front today if we are struggling to stay in front of the likes of Bottas. And here comes Antonelli. He's coming through. He goes down the inside. Nicely done. And he is attacking on these tyres in the first stint, so that's fine. He can keep going. Daniel Ricciardo needs to start looking after his tyres, and will do. Let's do a bit of zooming. Now Antonelli could do with continually switching positions with Bottas, really. That'll keep us in front of Norris. Now we are starting to close in on Daniel as well. So, do we implement Timores here? I think we probably do, because Antonelli at this stage is going to be quicker than Daniel. We need him to go and build a gap on these soft tyres, so I'm quite happy to let them race here. There goes Bottas and Norris. Oh, that's disaster. Norris goes through. And he's now into 8th position. And we're really hoping that Bottas does not manage to stay in front here. But here he goes, and that's Norris on Ricciardo. Oh, yes, Ricciardo just about holds on. There comes Max Verstappen. He's going to be past Antonelli very quickly. Antonelli now down to 12th. Ricciardo at the very least staying with Norris. He's very much looking after his tyres here.
Like a couple laps or sooner than that?
So Antonelli is now going to push hard. Who is out? Virtual safety car, right.
Get plus on Delta
Definitely need to get Antonelli in. Ricciardo's the question mark here.
Now.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what we can do here on strategy for Daniel Ricciardo. If we were to switch that to the hard tyres and bring him in now, see his estimated race time drops by about 10 seconds, which is what you'd save with a virtual safety car. So it's not worth it. It is not worth it. But Antonelli definitely does need to come in. And we're doing that this lap.
We'll box now.
So let's get harvesting. Let's conserve the engine as well.
Let's recharge a bit.
Copy.
So in comes Antonelli. This is going to save him about 10 seconds of race time. And it's a 2.5 second pit stop, which is okay. Right, so Daniel,
Ending.
Yep,
keep
understood.
that on there, keep pushing the engine, deploy that. All of that looks good. Right, let's get back into it then. So how quickly can Daniel push on here? Russell's tyres are not looking great. We should be able to catch him quite easily, you would think. And Norris is going to have a go. He's going to be through. Antonelli just behind Kevin Magnussen here. Should be a fairly straightforward overtake for Antonelli. And he has made it work. Beautifully done. You can see how much time he made up on Bottas, for instance, who's just come into the pits. So, yeah, it wasn't worth it for Ricciardo to come in, but it's definitely worth for Antonelli and his strategy. As I say, just gains him that 10 seconds of race time, and there comes in George Russell. Right, now's the time to really push out there.
Got no DRS.
And there goes Ricciardo, trying it round the outside of
Honestly, I don't think we
Norris.
can do much more.
That's okay.
Down.
I'm thinking let's pop that onto medium. Try and get more consistent lap times. Going to do the same with Antonelli now, because he's in ultimate clear air. Yeah, so let's see if we can put some better laps in. Verstappen in the pits there. This is very impressive from Daniel Ricciardo, being able to stay this close to Lando Norris in that McLaren. Now Albon has brand new soft tyres, so it's not going to be long until he is back past.
Understood.
I'm thinking let's bring him in now.
To push flat out.
Understood.
How's Antonelli doing? He's up to 13th. He's going to get past Tsunoda here, I think. So he's back up to 12th here. So Ricciardo's getting the best out of these soft tyres. And then he's going to come into the pit lane. So here he comes. Into the pits. Let's just get Antonelli going a little bit. No! Slow pit stop for Ricciardo. And that's
Now,
a
back to the
disaster.
pits. There's been a hold-up.
That is a disaster for Daniel. And it loses him 5 seconds there. And that 20% chance of a mistake has come true. Unbelievable. Right. So Ricciardo's now going to have to go for it. It's only not far behind Nico Hülkenberg here, who of course has a mechanical fault, but Bottas has flown back into contention here. How's he managed to get all the way back behind? Oh, no, he's behind Ricciardo. But even so, I mean, he's only 2.8 behind Antonelli here. Let's pop that back onto that. He's still pushing hard on the fuel. And we're at 1/3 race distance, so still a long, long way to go in this race yet. 10th and 11th right now. That's starting to lose that little bit of extra pace that he had. Ricciardo's only just come out behind Norris here, so big undercut really. Antonelli doing well to hold his own. Ricciardo is looking the faster of the two at the moment. DRS open. And we don't really want to have an incident caused here. And there he goes, nicely through. And it looks like Norris has got through as well. That's fine. Will surely help Antonelli to sort of stay with Ricciardo here.
Copy.
Pit window entered now. Time to fully attack for KIMI. Oh! Was that an incident between the two? Oh no, Antonelli's just spun. Damn. Oh, that is a real shame.
Yellow head.
Understood.
Yeah. So when he comes, KIMI Antonelli. Can he have a good pit stop? Yes, 2.3. That's pretty decent, actually. It's the 5th best pit stop of the day so far. Comes back out in 15th and... Oh, he's gone into the wall! What's he doing?
I lost the car. Are you okay?
Well, he is out. He is out
Right, let's
of
have
the
a look
Grand
now.
Prix.
Around turn 3.
I don't know what he did here.
And ends up in
Just
the
went
wall.
wide
And
into
all
the
it
wall.
can take is one mistake. One momentary lapse of concentration.
And that is KIMI Antonelli out of this Grand Prix. Well,
VSC.
virtual safety car, but
Keep the delta.
Okay.
not really a lot that Daniel can
touch
do
the
here.
mark.
Understood.
Yeah, that is a devastating blow. That spin first of all, and then just went wide and into the barriers, and there's not a lot you can do about it.
VSC ending.
Okay.
Right, let's use a little bit of ERS with Daniel here. Might as well push the engine as well. That was Kevin Magnussen locking up. Let's have a little look at tyres. So tyre-wise, Norris is not far off where Daniel is, and we're currently in 9th place, doing pretty well here. Verstappen has managed to work his way up to 5th at present. Alonso leads ahead of Piastri in 2nd, then Hamilton is 3rd, but Hamilton does need to come into the pits pretty soon. Tsunoda's got another mechanical fault. Look at tyres, yep, so we're looking at lap 51 for Daniel Ricciardo. Now Russell is going to pass Daniel, you would think. In the pretty near future, does do that. Now Hulkenberg P10 has a pretty bad mechanical fault, so I wouldn't imagine that he's going to catch Ricciardo, but keep an eye on that gap. P9 as it stands. But yeah, I'm gutted about Kimi Antonelli into the barriers. It just was a bit bizarre, really. I said about Nico Hulkenberg not catching us. He has done that. He's going to pass us now. It's going to be P10 for Daniel. It's not great news. May as well attack as much as he can here. Soft tyres are coming on. Need a good pit stop here for Nico, for Daniel. So into the pit lane he comes. He should come back out in 10th place. But again, it's a bad pit stop. And he's lost another 6 seconds.
There's been a slow pit stop.
He's lost about 12 seconds in this race just through his 2 pit stops. He comes out just in front of Valtteri Bottas. Shouldn't be too hard to stay in front, but he's not going to be too impressed. And it's not been a good day at the office today. Crazily enough, we still should get a point out of it. Hamilton is going to have to come in again, but it's Fernando Alonso leading the way right now. I don't think his tyres are going to last either. So, Daniel Ricciardo, P10, and in a bit of a world of his own, to be honest with you. I don't think we're going to see any of the bottom 10 get near him. He's 4 seconds behind Nico Hulkenberg. Don't think he can catch him. In these 13 laps, he's got 76% tyres, and Hulkenberg's got better tyres than that, so yeah. Max Verstappen now just 12 seconds off the leader. Let's keep an eye on that gap for him. Is he going to manage to somehow win this race from 16th on the grid? There he is right now. He's going to be coming past Daniel. He's got 10 laps to go here. How are his tyres? They're not brilliant, to be fair. Alonso coming through a hell of a lot of traffic, as is Piastri. Stroll has a mechanical fault. I think any action for us is sort of out the window now. Definitely in a world of our own right now. So Max Verstappen just 1.2 seconds behind Piastri now. He's putting in another fastest lap. Pretty unbelievable that he's going to win this. This is ridiculous. Right behind Piastri now. And Piastri's right behind Alonso. This is just unbelievable. Let's join the action at the front. So Fernando Alonso is leading, trying to win his first race since 2013 here. Piastri's there in second. He's following along. He's had a very good season this year, particularly in qualifying. All this traffic is not helpful. They're about to lap Piastri's teammate Lando Norris. That's unbelievable. How on earth have they lapped Norris today? He must have some sort of issue. But yeah, Daniel Ricciardo, one of the slowest guys out there right now. And there goes Piastri, didn't quite make it. Now Max Verstappen is still following, but he's getting caught behind George Russell there, I think, was it? Or was it Alex Albon? I'm not sure, maybe Zhou Guan Yu, it could have been. Yeah, I think it was Zhou Guan Yu. We've got 3 laps to go. 2 laps after this one. Fernando Alonso is leading going into these final 2 laps. But there goes Oscar Piastri into the lead. He's taking it. And now Max Verstappen is hunting down both of them. This is going to be very, very close.
Try to save fuel where you can.
Okay, understood.
But there's a lap to go after this one. Who's going to win it? Can Alonso get back ahead of Piastri here? DRS is open. Alonso goes to the outside. And they fly around the outside of turn 1. And it's Fernando Alonso that leads. Piastri is second. Max Verstappen is in third. Let's see what's going to happen here. Alonso looks like he's got enough. Piastri's got DRS. He's going to close right in. It's going to be a drag race to the line. This is the big one. Fernando Alonso comes round the final corner. Is Piastri going to beat him to the line? He's got a wonderful run here. Piastri opens the DRS. He pulls to the side, but it's Fernando Alonso that wins. Here in Zandvoort, Max Verstappen managed to finish in third. Hamilton is going to come across the line in fourth today. Good result from him. He's done really well this season as well. Charles Leclerc, he's going to come round in fifth. Albon is going to finish sixth. Again, another strong performance for Mercedes.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
But there you go.
Cheers,
Daniel
guys.
Ricciardo rounds out the points. We'll certainly settle for that. But 2 stops certainly wasn't the way to go today, apparently.
Back on and first thing, go weigh yourself.
Leclerc. Another mechanical fault for him. He's not been very lucky with that recently. But yeah, Daniel just a long, long way off anybody else.
And Daniel Ricciardo can be rightly proud of the miracles he worked here today.
I tell you what, they had to work hard for those points today. What a phenomenal achievement that is.
Pure elation there as the driver regroups with a team that worked so hard to see this moment. And that man up there is certainly no stranger to an F1 podium. Always great to see Fernando in the top 3.
That gives them their first win of the season, and it was really well deserved.
A sea of smiles all around.
Very good then. And, well, you can see Daniel Ricciardo grabs the final point of the day. Still remains top 10 in the championship. A decent amount ahead of Zhou Guan Yu. Don't think he'll catch George Russell. Might be wrong. Who knows? But Alonso actually closes the gap on Max Verstappen. in this season. He is 118 points behind his teammate. Lewis Hamilton moves up to 5th. As I say, it's a massive battle for 3rd. Oscar Piastri currently the occupant of that. Into the Constructors, we are still in 6th place and looking very, very comfortable there. Fastest pit stops, Kimi Antonelli had the 8th fastest pit stop. Daniel Ricciardo had problems in both of them. That cost him probably about 11 seconds of race time. Wouldn't have made any difference to where he finished. And $454,000 made in profit. Right, let's see what the damage is then. Okay, suspension manufactured. What has happened to Kimi's car? Oh dear. Oh, he's knocked that gearbox. That's a real issue. Oh. Kimi. Yeah, that's a big disappointment. I have to say, that's going to cost us dearly, you would feel, over the next few races. Just as we'd got ourselves ahead of the curve in terms of our parts and all of that good stuff. We've given it away there. But that's where we'll leave it for today anyway. If you have enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.